I would really encourage people to go to my Twitter feed, look back a day or two, and click on my presentation, because there's some charts in there that show the performance, the relative performance of Bitcoin, gold, and this S&P. It's just crushing everything. And so, if, as I say to people, okay, maybe you don't believe in it, or, and I'm never suggesting anyone should put all their money in Bitcoin, but to have zero of something that might really go, I think this will go up 10x, and then I think it will go up 10x again. I'm talking over a decade, okay? But if that's really what it's likely to do, do you want to own none of it? Why not have 1% of it or 10% of it? If 1% and you're wrong, so you lose 1%. If you're right, you might make 10x, you might make 100x. So it's that kind of a thing. It's a very asymmetric bet. So that's why I'm so positive about it. Yeah.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Lepard discusses the big print ahead, predicting $5,000 gold and $200,000 Bitcoin as the debt doom loop unfolds. Let's catch him up to hear his compelling insights.
Bitcoin sat flat. Most of this year, Bitcoin was stuck. There was a big joke about it on Twitter, the meme, the 58,000 club. It just kept hitting 58,000, wouldn't go anywhere, Gold broke out. And I own both, and I have friends in both camps, and I think the camps should be friends, not enemies. But I found all the Bitcoiners saying, hey, what the hell's going on? Gold's going up, and our shit's not. And I was like, this is the way it happened every last couple of cycles. Gold is bigger, more widely distributed, more people understand it. It smells it first. Gold moved first. I said, you should be happy that gold's moving, because it means Bitcoin's about to move. And it was about the same amount of a lag time. It was like 3 or 4 months. Gold broke out in March, and no, it was more than 3 or 4 months. It was about 6 months. And then Bitcoin really started moving this fall, right? And now it's moved with great authority. With respect to the Trump thing, yes. I think what happened is, look, gold has had one hell of a year. There aren't a lot of years where gold's up 30%. From 2070 to 2700. That's a hell of a good move for gold. And it was ready for a rest. Bitcoin, on the other hand, had just started to move. And yes, I think the final thing that pushed the Bitcoin move was that the Harris administration, the Biden administration with what was it, Pocahontas, the Warren, Senator Warren, hates Bitcoin. They hated Bitcoin. They were giving all the Bitcoin companies tons and tons of trouble. There were a lot of worries about what might happen to it, and if Harris won. And obviously Trump has signaled, and Kennedy and others have signaled that they're extremely pro-Bitcoin. And you've got now Senator Loomis has introduced a bill for a Bitcoin strategic reserve, which would be a huge thing if the U.S. government started buying Bitcoin and putting it on its balance sheet the way we have gold as a store of value. So I think that the political earthquake that kind of occurred when Trump won was extremely positive for Bitcoin, and that really added rocket fuel to it. So yeah, I think that's the biggest part of the explanation.
Bitcoin reached a new multi-week high of just under $103,000 over the weekend, but faced strong resistance and has since retraced to below $102,000. Despite this pullback, Bitcoin continues to display resilience, with its market capitalization remaining robust at over $2 trillion. This performance has further cemented Bitcoin's dominance in the cryptocurrency market, which has climbed above 53% after briefly dropping to 52.5%. The journey to these highs wasn't without challenges. Earlier in the week, Bitcoin faced sharp rejections, twice dipping to $94,400. However, bullish momentum prevailed as the cryptocurrency reclaimed its losses, steadily climbing back into six-digit territory by Thursday. It broke past $102,000 on Friday and briefly touched $103,000, only to face resistance and retrace slightly. Altcoins, meanwhile, have struggled significantly over the same period. Ethereum has slipped below $3,900 with a 2% daily decline, while Ripple has dropped to $2.04. Other major altcoins, such as ADA, Doji, BNB, and Sol, have seen losses of up to 5%, with some, including Tron, Avalanche, and Polkadot, experiencing steeper declines of up to 8%. The overall crypto market capitalization has shed $70 billion, dropping below $3.8 trillion.
Look, I think he's well-intentioned, and I'm very encouraged that his team this time around, I think, is much better than his prior team. I mean, I was a Kennedy supporter. I believe RFK was a very good candidate. I'm a Tulsi Gabbard fan. He did not bring the neocons back. I mean, he left Pompeo out. He left Nikki Haley out. And I do think he's kind of anti-war, and there's a chance that he'll figure out a solution to the Ukraine problem. Honestly, I don't know, Sean, how much he can accomplish. I mean, I think, I think his idea of trying to enforce fair trade by using tariffs as a threat is a good idea. I think in general, tariffs are a bad idea. I mean, they're going to slow down trade and be inflationary, cause problems. But I think if you want to hold them up as a threat and say, hey, look, you guys, you don't play fair with us, we're going to put a tariff on you. It's a good idea. Make them play fair with us. I think that the Doge committee, the Vivek and Elon, they will cut some expenses. They will get us moving in the right direction, and they'll slow down just absolutely insane spending, and that's a net positive for the country. But I don't think it will be enough to prevent what I call kind of the revolt of the bond market, which I then think is going to lead to what I said earlier, kind of the big print. And I think when the big print comes, our stuff's going to go nuts. I mean, I'm like I said, I think we were talking off camera before, and I fully expect Bitcoin's going to go to 200,000. I fully expect gold's going to go to 5,000 in the next couple of years. So, and I mean, I can assure you, if running a gold stock mining fund, gold goes to 5,000. Oh my goodness! I mean, this stuff is. I mean, all the suffering gold stockholders out there, like you, me, and probably a lot of your listeners have been wondering what the hell is going on. This stuff stinks. We're going to be very pleasantly surprised. So that's what I see coming. But, it hasn't happened yet, and I could be dead-ass wrong, And it's hard to be patient. I mean, I get it, It's really hard. I mean, I'm having a hard time being patient. So totally understanding all the frustration, but I don't know what else to do. Because, it's not like I want to go buy bonds. And it's not like, it'd be another thing if the stock market were fairly priced and there were some really good opportunities over there. I'd say, okay, fine, let's go buy stocks. But the stock market is it's a record. If you look at the numbers on the stock market, I mean, we are more expensive than we were in 1929. It's really crazy overvalued. So
XRP is currently trading at $2.41, stabilizing within a tight intraday range of $2.38 to $2.52. The cryptocurrency's market cap sits at $137.70 billion, with a 24-hour trading volume of $8.77 billion, reflecting a phase of consolidation. After retreating from a recent high of $2.531, XRP has found short-term stability in the $2.38 to $2.40 support zone, while resistance looms at $2.48 to $2.50. Reduced trading volume following the recent decline suggests waning selling pressure, potentially setting the stage for buyers to reclaim momentum. On the 4-hour chart, XRP is consolidating between $2.30 and $2.50 after recovering sharply from a previous low of $1.898. Strong support at $2.30, with additional demand zones between $2.10 and $2.20, reinforces the potential for a rebound. However, resistance levels at $2.50 to $2.60 present a challenge. A breakout above $2.50 could trigger a bullish continuation, while a breakdown below $2.30 might indicate further downside risks. The daily chart reflects a broader rally from $0.5441 to a peak of $2.909 before pulling back to the $2.40 to $2.50 zone. Key support resides at $2.20 and $2, with resistance extending from $2.60 to $2.90. Oscillators like the RSI at 64.15 and bullish moving averages signal optimism, but the MACD's bearish divergence warns of potential retracement. XRP's trajectory hinges on its ability to hold key support and volume levels, while challenging its resistance zones. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.